Hawthorne Hornets. This is one of my favorites, girl. This is one of my favorite songs. Oh, I wish I had Stacy's girl. How can I find a woman like that?
Something's wrong with my fucking amp though. Like, there's no like, it's on like distortion. There's no distortion coming out of it.
Did you ever hear the song X's? Ugly Called by the X's.
The Ugly Call? No.
Ugly by the X's.
No, I was. So let's see. What did I listen to in high school? Killers, Modest Mouse. I still listen to Modest Mouse.
Modest Mouse is good.
Modest Mouse, like their first and second albums were like their best ones. Queens of the Stone Age. That's what started when I started getting like heavier. Like, let's see, Shadows Fall. Kill Switch Engage, Atreyu, The Killers still. There was another one, The Bravery. The Bravery was actually a really good band. Not many people got into them because they came around the same time as Panic at the Disco. Panic at the Disco kind of stole the show.
There's another good one for you. Stacy's mom has got it going on. And start the podcast. Start the intro. That would suck. Welcome to the Article 1776 podcast. I am Matthew Kicklighter, co-host, and this is the awesome, freedom-loving
Zach Wild. No, I'm kidding. Scott 77. I wish I could play like Zach Wild. That'd be fucking awesome.
You just hit your strummer, sir.
I hit my strummer?
Your strummer. You hit your tune.
Oh, yeah.
Your guitar.
I should probably turn it off.
Yeah, you should probably do that.
Yeah.
What other shit are you breaking?
It popped at me. I turned it off and went, no.
No means no.
Whoa.
So today we're...
Well, it depends if you're role playing or not. Then no means yes, but you've already gotten pre-permission.
Yeah. Some people are...
No, I was gonna go down that road, but I figured for the sanctity of my future, I probably shouldn't do that.
It's weird. I've seen some girls that had a fantasy about being raped.
Yes, that's exactly what I was getting ready to talk about. Okay.
And it's weird.
I'm safe because she doesn't watch the podcast, and I'm okay with that.
Wait, is there something that I don't want to know?
No, but getting on that same subject, I actually was in college with a girl. She was like, you should do that, like hide in the closet when I get out of the shower, but have your pistol on you. I was like, whoa, now you're just adding some weird shit to it. It's like, I'm all for like some hair pulling and some ass smacking and some squeezing and shit, but I don't know if I can do that. I'm not that kind of, I'm capable of some violence, but not that kind of violence.
Yeah. Grape is bad grape.
But you are right. There are females who are like, I want that experience with somebody I trust. And I'm like, then you're not getting that experience because he's going to be kind of timid.
Yeah. So welcome to the articles. We're just rambling about.
Isn't that what we always do though?
Yeah. We go off the tip of our dicks or minds. I mean,
I'm definitely on mine.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go with icebergs, but we're good.
I speak whatever comes to mind.
Well, I hope you're wearing condoms. I have a dirty mind.
Yeah. And I have a dirty hole.
Whoa!
So, yeah, we're going to be talking about the 15th Amendment today, but also we're
Great
still going.
segue.
Yeah. Speaking about what's fucking us. So no, we're guys. We've been
Transmissions. I'm having a huge transmission problem right now.
How do you like your tranny?
Preferably in a Dodge. Look, okay, so I'm on a page on Facebook about car memes.
Uh-huh.
And I posted one about Dodge owners that got me kicked off this page for like a week. Because one of the mods didn't like it because he drove a Dodge. But it says, what do Dodges and what is a... Oh my god. Oh. What's the difference between fuck, it was a Dodge driver and something else, but it was like, well, I don't know, but guaranteed both to blow a tranny after 300,000 miles.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. And here I am driving a Honda CRV.
Hey, at least you're not going to blow a tranny.
Yeah, but
right across the bow.
we're all known for lady boy situations. Hondas.
Only if you're in the Navy.
True. Okay, so I was thinking Thailand.
Well,
I mean Japanese. I got my all. I just forget what I just said.
One of these things just doesn't belong here. One of these things is not like the other.
The other.
Look, you know what? Honestly, though, like I was thinking about this the other day, and I hate to go off our standing topic, but I kind of like back when I was single, I kind of envied my grandfather during his dating scene because he never had to question whether the chick he was talking to was a man or a woman.
What era did he grow up in? Like Vietnam War era, or?
Yeah.
Oh no,
like,
they had
my
some
grandfather.
lady boy situations.
Yeah, but it wasn't like every fucking corner. It wasn't like a McDonald's and a Starbucks where you find one on every corner.
What you don't know is that those tramps, those ladies back in the day, back in Vietnam, especially if you're a hooker.
Well, yeah, they were mostly dudes.
Well, no, not only that, but if you were to sleep with one of them, chances are they're trying to get some information out of whatever equipment that you have, or see whatever equipment that you have, and then bring it back to whoever they're working for, aka their pimps, which are working in the military.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was all. That was stupid. But like in stateside, like my grandparents met stateside. So like my grandmother's American, well, I'm Native American, and then like my grandfather's German, Irish, Scottish, all that shit. So like they met here in the States. They met after all that stuff happened. But like when he was dating, like you really didn't have it. Like I said, it wasn't like a Starbucks or a McDonald's where you find one on every corner. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get in trouble for that one somewhere. I know it. I know it.
But it's okay. But I'll take one on the shin. I'll go down on the boat with you if we get canceled
with the rest of our firearms. Get it? Going down in the boat with the rest of our firearms?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that took me a second. How pro 2A are you?
Yes.
How much is an A10 Warthog?
How pro 2A are you?
Yeah, ATF has entered the chat. Fuck.
You heard the go off too? I forgot to turn my Discord off.
Which leads us into our next shirt. Hold on. Which leads us into our next shirt, guys. What level of plate do you have on? Is that a level 4 plate that you have?
I'm gonna be reworking it. So don't buy it just yet, but I'm gonna be reworking it.
But it looks good. It looks pretty good. We're gonna be having it to where it says across the plate. Is that level 4 plate?
Actually, I was thinking of just doing the Strike Ace front towards snowflakes.
Yeah.
and then like the name of the shirt are those level 4s. But like I'm gonna take the level 4 off because it kind of looks dumb. While I was looking at it last night, I was like, that's very simple. That's very, very simple. But I think strike face front towards snowflakes, I think sounds
good.
better. That just sounds better.
With the withered away font, kind
Yeah,
of like
it
the
just
withered
sounds
away
better.
font.
Kind of like our whiskey font that we used for the bacon, whiskey, and firearm shirt.
Yeah.
I was thinking something kind of like that. Like it's crayoned on with like Crayola, like a Marine made it.
I was about to say, did you say crayons? Somebody say crayons.
Did you say crayons? So, Warhammer, cake testing is June 2nd, and I'm going to ask if we can have edible crayons along the bottom of it, of the cake. Just for our officiant. To anybody who doesn't know us or has not been any of our Twitch streams or anything like that, I'm getting married in August, and this is the motherfucker that's marrying me. Wait, marrying us. Like, I have a fiance. She's upstairs. She's working right now. I'm not marrying him.
The delivery, that was kind of funny to me.
I didn't realize what I had said until I said it, and it made sense in my head until it fucking stumbled out of my mouth.
I'm the wedding officiant that is marrying the two, Evie and Scottsdale here. To put it through in that way so y'all could better understand, I am the business partner wife. She is
he's my work wife.
Yeah. that is the
Mag's just
wife.
Like a fucking I'm kidding.
You go to the bitch and complain to her like this.
I do.
My business wife sucks so bad at some certain things.
My work wife is making me do a podcast. No. But yeah, she's probably going to shoot that idea down. I'm just going to let you know, but I'm going to try to sneak a cake and I'm going to try to sneak a crayon in the cake for you.
I'm down for it.
So I'll cut that one slice for you and just cut right through the crayons.
So
make sure it's red or green.
Getting started on the wedding officiant files, by the way.
Okay.
And I am using a discount place, travel agency for travels.
Okay.
So I've seen some tickets for a train to go like $39. If I or some places like even planes as well. I wish I had the name of the place and I'd asked them for sponsorships to see if they sponsor us. But if
I'll take care of it later. Because I have to come down there in like a month or so.
Yeah.
And I've never gone on train before. Let me reiterate that. I've been on trains before. Like, we ride the train from here to go to New York.
Yeah.
I've also ridden the train out in Phoenix to go to school when I was in college. It was called the light rail. So I've ridden those, but I've never ridden across state lines in a train. And I obviously it's going to take a day or two. But we're flying out there anyway, and I figure, well, why don't I spend some time with my fiance before we get married, and we'll spend some time on the train.
By the way, it's the only one for Amtrak for train is in Tampa.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's where we need to go anyway because we're going to rent a car anyway. Mm-hmm. So I figured, why not just fucking rent a car there?
Yeah, it's closer to the Amway Arena than what it is Tampa International Airport.
That's fine. I'm sure there's still rental car areas over there.
Yeah. Like Avis Rent-A-Center and shit.
But yeah, make sure you get me your itinerary and stuff well beforehand. That way I know when and where I need to pick you up.
I'll message you it. But what I do need is the location, like the city of where you're at.
We'll take care of that offline.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention because I don't want you. I don't want you to feel doxxed.
Yeah. People start swatting me and shit.
because everyone has my address because my address is part of the company stuff. So if I get swatted, oh fucking well.
You were talking about like in several years moving up here, and there's been a couple places that I've had my eye on,
Mm-hmm.
like facility wise. Like once we start getting shit rolling, start making the shit ourselves, and get rid of our third party company. Like there's space for offices, there's space for warehouse stuff, there's space for like storage and shit. So there's quite some good places over here, dude. Like I can't lie.
I wanted. I know this is a way far away way far away in the future. But what do you think about becoming publicly traded, like Black Rifle? Because that's some goal of mine to become to help out with a lot of veterans and service members and patriots, but also becoming publicly traded.
Now I don't necessarily know all what that entails, so I can't. I haven't done the research on it to.
We would need to write a check. I forget the name of the company to company that works with NYCE.
Yeah.
New York Stock Exchange. And why do I see NYCE
NYSC? I think it is.
Yeah, New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, NYSC.
And so once we cut that check to them, then the stocks start coming in on a certain date. But yeah, that's just something that goal wise.
The issue I think I have with that is you're selling stakes of your company. And I wouldn't want to diminish ownership from me or you in that case.
Oh no, we still get a good amount of ownership, but it's like it's more financial into the future type of stuff, you know.
I would say let's visit that several years down the road.
Yeah,
just because, like I said, I don't know the market, I don't know the lingo.
Yeah.
I think that would be something that we would have to definitely like put some footwork and research in.
Yeah, because I think that it would be handy. I know that years later on down the road, you want to hand the business off to Gabby and the kids.
Yep.
And I think that with the stonks would be like very,
shirt
very
stonks.
Stonks.
Speaking of other things, we spitballed an idea a couple years back. No budget productions. I have it set up.
Yeah.
It's not filed. It's not registered because I'm missing a signature on it.
Mine.
Yeah. So, like, you know, when I say when you're finished with all your obligations in Florida, I think you assume I think I assume you know what I'm talking of.
Yeah.
And you're able to move freely about the country, if you will. Coming up here, I think if you moved up here, you help our community out a little bit as well. But at the same time, it's a lot easier to put together a production crew. Because I know a production company that we can use. She's an Air Force veteran. Popcorn Colonel knows her. But eventually, with those contacts, we open up so many doors. No budget productions could actually, you know, become fortuitous.
But
so keep the look.
As a business person, I will say this: don't say too much, because there are people that are out there. Once we speak it, they're going to want to copy some of the ideas. So
I get it. And I'm just letting people know now, I have no problem coming up with names for companies. So if you end up trademarking that name, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll come up with something better.
And that's
I came up with that in like 2 minutes. Remember?
yeah. By the way, the reason why I say publicly traded stocks, because it would be a really
Stonks.
cool stonks, really cool feeling to have, knowing to where we started this thing from the ground all the way up to where it's a publicly traded entity.
Mhm.
And we're at where we're at right now, thanks to you guys out there
Absolutely.
listen on YouTube's Spotify. Check us out on Spotify as well. Also, rss.com, Google Podcasts. We wouldn't be for you guys buying the shirts, listening to us, getting a reaction. We wouldn't be where we are today, helping out with veterans and other service members in the military. It wouldn't be that way thanks to y'all. If it,
Speaking of military, I haven't shown you this,
what's
but
that?
this is something that I am in the process of acquiring. I'm actually getting 2 of these. Let's see. This is the mini. That's not what I want. Hey, why are you doing? No. Okay, this is it right here. I'm always looking for ways to store my gear and my weapons and stuff like that. I found a company that takes care of all of that, and I'm going to show you something. It's expensive, so I'm not getting it just like anytime soon, obviously. Wow. This is a company that makes this stuff specifically for like barracks divisions and, police officers and shit.
we had that back in SOI school because we
Yeah.
had those stationed in our squad bay.
Yeah, so this one, I'm getting 2 of these and then the overhead cabinet.
Yeah.
They're going to look fucking sick.
You know what
And
you know what I did? Sorry. You know what I did back in the Marine Corps, and I kind of took this lesson from my first sergeant and my CO for Charlie Company. You know what I did?
What's up?
For my plate carrier and for my Kevlar.
Yeah.
I had about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4x4s pieces of wood lumber.
Okay,
And
I know exactly what you did. You made your own little storage kit.
yeah, like a
Yeah, I've seen them.
like a little stand, little cross little thing to
Uh-huh.
put your flak Kevlar on there.
A buddy of
And
mine did that. He's got one. It holds his rifle, his pistol. It holds his EDC stuff.
yeah,
It holds his plate carrier, and then he's got a pedestal on the top of it where he puts his phone, his watch, his knife, all that stuff. And he put a wireless charging base in the fucking underneath the wood, under a thin layer of that wood.
yeah.
And so when he puts his phone there, it charges his phone. His vest is up there. Everything is it's ready and in his room and in the corner, ready for him to go. I thought it was pretty fucking cool.
I'm thinking about rebuilding that. Like, there's so much things I want to do. I want to move around the space around my office here. Remove the green screen. But only for have it back for special occasions. So where if I'm doing like the thumbnails and stuff, but having a gun wall right behind me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
With lights and stuff.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about building my own cabinet, like my own ready station.
Yeah.
Just out of like 2x4s and plywood and shit, because you can get away with it that way too.
And a great way to build up a gun wall is if you
Pallets.
Wooden pallets. And do you have like, especially what is it called? The shelf hangers that they have in stores. If they're not using them anymore, just say like, do you mind if I pick this up for a special design?
Yeah.
If you're not using it anymore.
I can get those. At Ramsey's where I used to work, I can get those no problem.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in to our U.S. Constitution. Today we are working on the 15th Amendment, just kind of going over what the 15th Amendment says. These are annotated. So they're smaller versions, and I have they're segmented and shit like that. We can explain them more if we need to.
Yeah.
But this is all free market shit. You go to constitution.congress.gov.
Mm-hmm.
You can read all these for yourself. Nothing altered, nothing's edited or anything like that. So, 15th Amendment of the United States Constitution states that the right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Cracking a beer, huh? Cinco de Mayo.
No. Cinco de Coffee.
Just as good.
Okay.
So let's start. We'll start there. This is actually what gave African American slaves the right to vote, right here. Okay. Obviously, it didn't go into effect right away, and that sucks because I think if, regardless of the past, if we didn't have all that Jim Crow segregation bullshit afterwards, I don't think we'd be in the situation that we are today. But this basically says, and it's weird because if you're a felon now, you don't have the right to vote anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't touch that, so I'm kind of wondering what's up with that. This one section right here, regardless of what your race is, your color, condition, none of that. It even says a condition of servitude. There you go. That's your right to vote. And a big weird thing that I've seen in the last 5-6 years is how voter registration has become a sign of racism. Mm-hmm. I don't understand this. I don't see anything wrong with you needing to have an ID, a government ID stating who you are, where you live, what area you live in, obviously.
Yeah.
To make sure that you're voting in the right area and that you are a U.S. citizen. I don't think that, and I don't think it's going to sound bad. I'm sorry. I do not think that people who are here illegally, no matter what fucking country you're from, should have the right to vote unless you are a citizen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's racist, though.
100% agree. I do have a real question, though, actually two questions. You might know the second one more than anything. For my question is that well, I'll take this into question number one. I've only been arrested one time and the charges were dropped.
Oh, of course you would ask me about that.
Well, no, but you may know something more about it than what I do. So
had
for
my
the
run-ins.
Yeah. So for no one's perfect. So for the voting situation, if you're locked up in jail for a certain amount of time, I wonder what is the voting process for felons or people in jail?
There is none. There is none. There is none.
Do you still get the vote or
no?
Oh, that's right. You have your rights kind of taken away.
Exactly.
After committing. Okay.
So now here's the thing. I can't speak under the terms of a misdemeanor. Okay. I am not a felon.
Yeah.
All of my stuff has been taken care of, dropped, or I did whatever was necessary.
Expunged.
Now, I wouldn't say expunged. It's still public record.
Okay.
But whatever judgment was passed down, I think I have I pled no contest when I was younger to paraphernalia. I got off easy. It's actually funny. They gave me 3 options. I was not in jail. I went to court that day. I met with the public defender. The public defender goes, so we have 3 options we're looking at. The state is willing to either do 7 years jail time for a joint, for like that much of a joint. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
7 years jail time, $150,000 fine. Or no, not that. That seems so excessive. It was like a $5,000 fine, 5 or 6 years or something like some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you're pleading guilty to 2 class 4 felonies. I was like, well, that's not very good. So she's like, okay, we can do 3 years and then a year or 2 supervised probation with colors, which means you'd have to piss test, which I wouldn't have had a problem with if that was my only other option. And then that same time, supervised probation, piss test, stuff like that, and then counseling. And I was like, anything else? And she goes, well, we have an offer for pleading no contest, no jail time, and just community service and like unsupervised probation. I was like, why the fuck didn't you just tell me that the first time?
Yeah.
I was like, you made me think I was going to fucking prison. But like I've only ever had 2 run-ins, okay? And like the other one was dropped because I cleared everything up during COVID. I had the ability to, and I did it. Went to court, and the judge was like, awesome, here's your license back.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, like, okay. There are certain situations that I could feel comfortable putting myself in legal risk for. Okay. And one of those is my friends. Okay. Hopefully you will meet him at the wedding. I hope he's coming.
Hopefully.
We were driving. He had been drinking, obviously couldn't drive. We were going to go get food. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, you've been drinking. Let me drive. It's no big deal. I drive all the time. I don't care. I did not have a license at that time, and I'm not condoning this. It was still bad. And I still paid for it. Okay. Paid for it. We got blocked in an intersection through a yellow light because a lady tried to gun it. She got stopped up. We got stopped up. I'm in the intersection. It's traffic. It's right there on Drew in 19.
Yeah.
At the Best Buy.
Yeah, I know.
You know
exactly.
how it gets fucky wucky over there. So, I got blocked in that intersection right there because I lived in those apartments right there, right across from the Best Buy at the time.
Yeah.
So I got blocked in that intersection. Cop pulls me over. Cop pulls the lady over in front of me. Right. My ID's already like on the roof. My hands are on the steering wheel. I'm in plain sight. I'm open. My buddy's like in the passenger seat. I tell the cop straight up, look, I don't have a license. He'd been drinking earlier. I figured it was better so like nobody got hurt that I drive. I'll take it for it. Like I don't care about that. He goes, I'll be right back. Goes, talks to the lady, writes her a ticket. Like instantly just writes her a ticket, comes back and says, look, I should give you a ticket for driving without a license, but since you were honest with me, you already had your ID ready and everything else, you told me what was up and you were completely honest with me, I'm going to cut you a break. I'm not going to cite you for failure to yield and obstructing an intersection, which is what I should write you for. But I have to write you for driving without a license. I'm not going to take you to jail. Get your buddy home. No big deal. Boom. Okay. A year goes by. I don't take care of it. I played hide and seek because like I had to work. I got to survive. So I played hide and seek for like 7 months. Well, they found me. So I went in, told them what was up, told them why I hadn't been in. I'm just working my ass off trying to maintain. So I have like, I got my daughter to take care of.
Yeah.
So they were like, all right, go ahead, go. Just, you have probation or like a bondsman you got to see. Try to get this taken care of and we'll come back to it. COVID hits. I lose my job. I get part of the COVID relief fund. I pay off my fines in Phoenix. I pay off my fine for the driving without in Clearwater. And I buy a car and get a license before my next court date. There was nothing stopping me from getting a license. I got the judgment taken off, right?
Yeah.
the judgment that stops you from getting a license, like a D class judgment or some shit like that. I got that taken off, so there was nothing stopping me. I had $6,000, bought a car, paid all my shit off, drove myself to court, showed the judge my license, and the state was like, "Hey, fuck it, state fucking charges dropped." I was like, "All right, that's how you do it."
So,
but I do know misdemeanors, you can still vote and stuff. Once you're a felon, like if you're a felon, like you've done 15 years, you've been convicted of like 3 fucking murders, you ain't voting for shit.
So, my little story, just to make you not feel alone in this situation. The one time that I got arrested,
I know what I did wrong.
So, but no, you're gonna laugh your ass off on this one. So, and I might use this as a YouTube short too. So, when I was married in the military, one weekend we went to a couple's place just to have a couple's night, have some fun. I had about 2 bottles of Fireball, completely one of those big ones, 2 like big ones, and 9 beers and about 3 shots of Crown Royal. We weren't drinking and driving back at home. So my buddy who was in tanks, he was in the tanks. So he said, "You're gonna sleep in the guest room. We have a guest bed all ready for you guys. We don't care what you do. Fuck, have some fun, whatever. But you're not drinking and driving home." So we went up to the guest room. We started fucking, and my wife at the time just had her little pleasure. Meanwhile, by the time I was about to get off,
I think we're oversharing here.
No, hold on. You're gonna laugh your ass off on this. I was about to say, I'm about to, and then I froze because I realized that I was gonna throw up, and I could not save it. So what happened is that I threw up all over her as I was about to come, and then I realized that I couldn't hold it, and then I puked on the side of the bed, all over their carpet, and then once they realized what was happening, they laughed. They weren't really mad about the carpet. They just told me, "Brother, you got to take a shower. Just take a shower. You feel a whole lot better."
Oh my God.
I still had to throw up. So half of my body was hanging out of the tub. My other half was hanging over the toilet. My buddy's wife then comes in, sees me butt ass naked with my head hanging over the toilet and just feeling sick. Meanwhile, after about a few hours worth of sleep, then at the time my wife finally,
the one you threw up on.
Yeah, she took a shower too, but she neglected to tell me that she had to be at work at 4:00 in the morning on base on a Saturday. So I said, "Babe, you got to drive because I'm still feeling kind of meh." Because even with the throwing up and sleeping a couple of hours, it was bad. So we went downstairs to try to get my shirt. Realized I was completely soaked full of Fireball because the Fireball bottle tipped over on it. Don't know how that happened. So I couldn't wear the shirt because it really reeked of alcohol. So I had to drive to the front gate of the base shirtless. They would have let me go otherwise. So the Marines, the MPs at the front gate of the base had to pull me over. Said, "Sir, you realize that why we pulled you over, right?" I was like, "Yeah."
Not wearing a shirt?
Yeah, I weren't wearing the shirt. Next thing I know, they said, "Sir, could you hop out the vehicle and put a shirt on, please?" So I hopped out the vehicle, found a shirt. It was my ex-wife's shirt. Ironically, it fit me for some strange reason. Fit me. But I had a real bad leg issue, precursor for later on, too. I failed the test, the little
The
test thing.
breathalyzer test. Yeah.
Not the breathalyzer, no, the where they had to walk.
Oh, the field soap.
It's a
Yeah.
field sobriety test. And I got arrested, but yet they had to do the breathalyzer test on me at the station.
Yeah.
Guess what I blew?
Nothing.
Completely no
You
0.01.
puked it all out. You puked it all out.
Yeah, because it was like 0.01. Literally like if I were just did a thing of Listerine and then spat it back out.
Yeah.
So the charges were dropped. I still got in trouble by my first sergeant.
Well, yeah.
But
how can you be that stupid, Marine?
one of the funniest parts of that night where I threw up on the ex-wife as I was about to get I was literally walking out of the situation blue balled. So just to make you feel as though you're not alone in getting arrested.
Oh, I felt fine. I felt perfectly fine until that story.
But
But you know what? It actually unlocked a core memory.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this question first.
Okay.
This is part 2 because I moved that out the way to do that for you. When they do, I don't know if you noticed this, but the voting with the last presidential election, a lot of the people that were on the Democratic side passed away, were dead.
Yeah, they were either dead or doubled.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't believe Joe Biden got 80 million votes.
Yeah. Overnight.
Hey Siri, how many votes did Joe Biden get in the 2020 election?
I can't hear it.
No, it didn't tell me. It was like it told me the college votes, not the like actual votes. Which is kind of dumb. Like, anyway, yeah, like I said, I don't think that he got half as many as everybody thinks that he did. There was a lot of double ballots. There was a lot of people who voted who had been dead. There was a dude who had voted who had been dead for 60 years. So, like, I mean, you don't just you don't just pull yourself up out of your grave by your bootstraps, and go vote for somebody. So something's a little funky there, pun intended, because he's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's a slippery slope, because if you say the election was stolen, you get bopped for it.
Yeah.
I don't think it was stolen, but I don't think it was fair.
Yeah.
I don't think that people should be voting by a computer.
Plus, I didn't like the idea of the mail-in votes neither.
No, I believe that you need to bring your ass down to whatever district station is in your area for voting.
Yeah.
Show your fucking ID, because it has nothing to do with race. It shows that you are a U.S. citizen and you live in the area in which you're voting, so your vote counts for that area, and not, some 60-year-old dead guy who voted 600 miles away from where he's supposed to live. It has nothing to do with voter suppression. It has nothing to do with racism. It has nothing to do with Jim Crow. It's common sense. Are you a U.S. citizen? Then your vote counts. Are you not a U.S. citizen? Well, it's not that your vote doesn't count, but we would just prefer that you became a U.S. citizen before you partake in deciding what happens in our country. You're here illegally. We understand that. You may not be a bad person, and that's 9 times, I would say 7 times out of 10 is probably the case. You get great people. I know plenty of people who were here illegally who are great people, who work their fucking asses off and deserve a chance. But they get painted in that bad light because they're an illegal immigrant, because they're not doing anything, which is not true. My friend passed her test to be a citizen. her daughter in South America didn't get asylum. So even though she's now a citizen, she decided to go back.
I will say this: I've known some people that getting their legalized form just by trying to serve in the military. People from Haiti.
It happens hundreds of times.
Haiti, a great friend of mine that was called the nickname the Haitian Sensation because he derived from Haiti, worked his ass off in the infantry world in the Marine Corps. Did everything the right way, and kudos to him, shout out to him. He know who he is. But also, there are people from Venezuela that are working their ass off because you know how sucky the situation is over there. Shout out,
South
by the way,
America is a fucking shit show.
we have viewers in Venezuela right now, so shout out to those guys.
Yo, everybody stay safe wherever you are, man. Like, I know shit's fucky, but stay safe. To all of our people in Venezuela, we know what's going on. We see it barely, but we see it. Just stay safe.
Trump even, and I'm not saying pro-Trump or anything, but Trump even tried to deliver some food to them, which I think was, I'm not sure, blocked off by, I forgot the person's name over there, but they were underneath the socialist type of reform or way, and look where they got. Like a lot of our viewers from Venezuela are watching our podcast too. Like,
and it's, you know what sucks, man?
Yeah,
Venezuela is such a beautiful country.
Yeah,
I've known Venezuelan people before, and they are some of the best people you will ever meet. And their country is absolutely beautiful, and their government and the cartels fucking suck balls, dude, and it sucks.
Yeah. Like, shout out to those guys, those people. Just keep on doing what you got to do, you know. But it shows that some of the voting systems are rigged to a certain degree. I think, like what I mentioned before, with the person that happens to be dead, still voting
Arizona.
on the thing. Yeah, it's just weird. And then people throwing away there were voting little pamphlets that were thrown away, mail-in ones too, that weren't counted.
A lot of them
in the election. A lot of people people threw out the ballots in the trash or something. So it's weird,
just because they weren't going with the demographic of what, you know, the Democrats wanted. And like, I'm not a Democrat or Republican, but I think the Democrats really fucked with our election system in the last couple generations.
And a lot of the machines at the voting booth rejected the voting ballots too.
Yeah, the whole voting ballot machine, like, you shouldn't be voting on a touchscreen computer.
Yeah.
Grab your pencil, color in your bubble. If you have a machine that counts the bubbles, that's fine. Because it's counting bubbles. It's not counting who, it's counting bubbles. Like, it's counting, hey, this bubble's marked in, this bubble's marked in, that one is, this one is, that one is, this. It just goes back and forth. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Obviously, you can't count however many billion people votes there are in this country by hand. I get that. It's not 1776 anymore.
I will say this. When I went to the voting precinct over on Sunset Point, and I think it was not Keene, on Highland, the church over there. I think you know where I'm talking about. I ran into people that were pro-Trump on one side and pro Biden on one side. And I will say this, with the Trump side, there were quite a bit welcoming, just saying hello and like all that stuff. And all I saw on the Biden side was this: no energy, no enthusiasm, no welcomeness whatsoever. So it's just kind of like,
the one time I went to some kind of rally like that, I went to the Trump side first, and I met some people, talked to some people. I was with some people. I was with a group of people, and we went over to the other side to talk to other people because I don't know any Democrats.
Yeah.
And it's not because I went out of my way not to know Democrats. It's just, well, I mean, Republicans just kind of hang out with Republicans. Democrats hang out with Democrats. It's just
Or
kinda how it goes.
independents hang out with between, you know.
Yeah, like we can bounce in between. Like I'm not pro Trump. I'm definitely not pro Biden. Fuck you, Joe.
Let's go, Brandon.
We're gonna take you to the home. Let's go, Brandon. Anyway, but like the people who were on the Trump side or like not necessarily pro Trump, but like pro Republican, GOP, stuff like that, you know, kind, welcoming, engaging in conversation. But when we went over to the other side to talk to people, it was they were over on fucking Trump's side. Fuck these assholes. Fuck these racist motherfuckers. La la la. You're ruining this fucking country. And it was just like, we just wanted to come talk to you. We haven't even started talking, and is instant fucking hate, instant fucking trying to agree us. Look at you, your fucking American flag hat. You fucking nationalist piece of shit. Fucking racist. I was like, it's an American flag. Yeah, that's a fucking symbol of fucking, what do they say? Oppression, slavery, slave owners, and shit like that. And like, I was like, wow, not only are you fucking assholes, but you're stupid as shit too. No wonder you're assholes. Yeah. You're stupid. And there's a lot of stupid assholes on the Republican side. Don't get me wrong. Look, you're going to find assholes everywhere you go, people. But do you know where you're not going to find any assholes?
Article 1776 clothing. Article 17.
That's a lie. We're both assholes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Dickhead, sir. I'm a dickhead, sir. So sometimes, like I said before the last podcast, sometimes it's better to be it's better to be a dickhead than an asshole, because assholes get fucked. Dickheads do the fucking.
Yeah, well, I'm real, and I'm an asshole. I'm a real asshole. Everybody, thank you for coming in.
So I want to say thank you all so much. I'll give you my socials. Kicklighter Matthew 1988 on Instagram. Also, you can find the company, Article 1776 Clothing, on Instagram as well. Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts. RSS,
Ching, show me a Coke.
RSS.com. YouTube Music, from what Scottsdale said. You can find all that. You could find me on Kick and Twitch as MK Warhammer 0311. Scottsdale, please give them your socials.
Scottsdale 87 all across the board. You won't find me on Facebook. Put an exclamation at the end of 87 for the OnlyFans.
Schmolishmans.
OnlyMans. Yeah, Scottsdale 87, Twitch, Twitter, Google, whatever. All those. Just type shit in. I don't know.
All those things.
Just type all the things in.
I want to say thank you all so much.
Just mash buttons. You'll find me.
I love it. Mash some shits more than mashed potatoes. So I want to say thank you all so much. Freeing the fuck on, everyone. Scottsdale, give me your dad joke of the day.
Oh, fuck. I don't have one. Okay. Why do people... It's not really advice. It's more of a question. If vegetarians eat vegetables, what do humanitarians eat? Have a good night, everybody.